All righty, we're live again. God, how many days in a row is this? Um, but no, you guys not getting sick of us, right? Right? I'm saying don't ask that question. Anyway, so today's the day that we're taking a longer peek at the Supernatural Love Academy, and right off the bat, I can tell you that I'm going to mix up the names Soul Authority and Supernatural Love. I'm already doing that. And Alan keeps like teasing me. Well, you're gonna get this all screwed up. So just bear with me if I say Soul Authority Academy or Supernatural Love Academy. Right now, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing, and you'll see that if you join us and you go into the academy, because it'll say Soul Authority, it'll say also Supernatural Love. And I'm saying we're trying to confuse you on purpose. That's our goal. This is a test. It's a test. Like, can you use your intuition and figure out which one are we talking about? All right. He says that's our excuse, and we're sticking to it. So, but before we go into that, because Alan kept reminding me, he says, "Remember, I want to do my meditation. Remember, I want to do my meditation," because he's afraid I'm going to forget. So I had written it. I'd written meditation on this small piece of paper, like this, right? And he goes, "It's too small. You're not gonna read that. I know you. You're just gonna ignore that." So he made me go write a bigger note to myself, like bigger. Like he says, maybe you'll notice that. Maybe he's not sure about me. So anyway, he's just being a brat with me. He says, "Remember, I want to do a meditation before you talk about the academy." So he wants to guide you in that, and let you know that's an example of what he says he plans to do in the academy. He's going to do more of that. He's going to do a lot of different meditations, and he says exercises and things that I have no clue. I really have no clue about. And he says he's not going to tell me either. He says, because if he tells me, I'm gonna tell you guys. He says because he says that I can't shut up, like I can't keep a secret. That's not really true. Come on. See, this is going to be our comedy routine. I did tell somebody, or in a post somewhere, I said when we took Doreen Virtue's mediumship training, which by the way Alan didn't like. He thought he was going to learn something new, and his burning question to Doreen was something he'd always wanted to ask somebody who he thought was professional. And he thought she was. So he asked her sometime in the class, I think he directly asked her, he says, "How do you know whether you're actually really talking to a deceased person on the other side, or you're just using your psychic ability?" She didn't have an answer. I don't remember what she said. I think she kind of skated around it or something. And he looked at me later and he goes, "She doesn't know. Like, these guys don't know. Like, none of them know." But we were in that class, and all through the class, of course, Alan can't shut up. He's like making comments, making jokes. If somebody says something, make a joke. It wasn't ever mean. It was always genuinely funny. People always loved Alan when they met him. I mean, you couldn't not love him. And I was always amazed. We'd go to things, and he'd make friends with everybody, and they'd all like hang around him. And so that class wasn't any different. And he would joke around, and I would say something because invariably I would, and say something back to him. And that was funny too. So Doreen nicknamed us the Sonny and Cher of mediumship in this class. And I was like, oh, great. Like, so people come to us and go, "Hey, Sonny and Cher." and I asked him recently, I said, "Is that why you call me Babe? Like, like I got you, babe, from Sonny and Cher?" And he goes, "Oh, I just realized that. No, I didn't even think about that." So he has that reputation for just being a joker. But I wanted to tell you that Swati and I had a discussion about that just last night. I don't know how it came up. She said, I forget. I think she says, you ever wonder why Alan is so funny? Like he is can be sarcastic. He can be just really silly, right? He'll tease people, and I said what I believe is true. I said, well, because laughter is really the highest vibration, and she said, right. So the angelic realm, I'm saying they're just a bunch of comedians. it's the highest vibration. So you're really supposed to laugh every day. So somebody who's I'm talking about genuinely funny. I don't mean somebody who's just sarcastic, because there are people sarcastic, they're just mean, right? Because my brother was kind of like that, and we all know people like that. We're talking about people who are just genuinely funny, and they find the humor in life, and they point it out to other people, but they're kind-hearted. They're not being mean. They just look at life in that way. He wasn't always that way. Sometimes he'd be moody, but a lot of times when we're in public or with people, he would be funny. And he's telling me now, he says, I was just doing that to entertain myself because I was bored. Because he'd get bored. We'd go to these things and classes and things, and he'd say, I already know this, or this isn't that interesting. And so he said he would just entertain himself. So anyway, that's what you have to look forward to in the Academy. And Alan's saying, this is the wording label. If he's going to get more involved, and he's probably going to just get really silly. I remember Swati said, this is so funny. Swati said, I can just see you, Pam, teaching, with Alan, and he's going to make you say something really embarrassing that you don't want to say. Like, I said, what? She says, I don't know, like maybe he'll make you swear or something. He already did that with a client when he told me, you have to tell her, you have to swear at her because that's the only way to get her attention. And I had to swear at her and still didn't get her attention. But she says, I can just see you. Like Alan is saying something that you don't want to say, but he's pushing it at you and you're going to have to say it. And I said, oh, great. I hope that doesn't happen. And he's saying, oh, great. Swati just gave me a good idea. Yeah, okay, Pam. I think I'm going to torment you. Yeah, that's what I was living with for 30 years, and I'm still going to live with it for the rest of my time on this planet, it looks like. So, yeah, so he wants to do the meditation, right? Meditation before I get in trouble, that I forget it. I don't want to get in trouble. So let's explain what he's going to explain what he's going to do. This is a meditation that you might have, if you were at the live we did yesterday or watched the replay that we did with Swati. We're talking about being multidimensional. And he said that all of you you're everything, right? You're not just human. You're not just, some of you might identify like you have a connection to the fairy realm, say, oh, I'm a fairy, what have you. You're everything. So just like Alan is an archangel, there's an as a part of you that is also an archangel that lives in some other dimension as an archangel. So you can tap into all of that anytime. So they were discussing that, and he says, oh, I want to lead a meditation to connect everybody with their archangel self. And so that's what it was decided. And after the live yesterday, he says, yeah, I really want to do that. I want to do that like today. So he's going to guide you to that. I have no idea how that's going to go. He says, I don't need to know. I just need to, he says, you just need to do, Pam, what you're really good at. Just talk. Just talk. You can talk for me. He says, you're going to talk for everybody, really, but you're going to talk for me right now. So just get comfortable wherever you're at. He says he doesn't know how long this meditation will go. He's just going to he's going to let the energy flow, and he's going to monitor all of you to see how you're doing with it. So he's both going to be giving me the meditation to tell you, to lead you through. And he says that I'm working on you too, by the way, because he's bringing in my archangel self to work with him to help you. But he says, okay, so he says he's just going to see how the energy goes. So there's no way to tell. Like he can't say, well, it's going to take 10 minutes or it's going to take 5 minutes. Going to see how it flows and until it's complete. So this meditation would be a good one for people to repeat. Now, and that's true. And here's the thing. In the academy, we're going to keep these videos, the ones that are really, he's saying the ones that are really juicy, the ones that are really got some punch to it or really benefit you. We're going to put them in the academy. It's better there because we can have it all organized in there for you to go look for. Because he says if we do all the lives that he's planning to do, and it was all here in this group, he said you will never find it, because we would have a gazillion of these videos and you would never find it. You go, where is it? How do you find any? Plus we're finding out that Facebook sometimes somehow like deletes things. Like it deleted chapter 2 of the book that I posted. We can't find it anywhere. So he says we don't want all of our content like just here. We want it, we could share it sometimes in the Academy Facebook group, because we'll have it backed up on the website, on the membership website. So really that's the reason, he says, that we needed to do a membership, because he knew that this wasn't going to work. Like even if we wanted to just keep it all like here, it's not going to work. So we had to have a membership website, and that costs money. That's just the way it is, you know. But you guys who don't want to be in the academy, which is totally cool, we love you, and we still want to serve everybody. You can watch it when it's live, or it will be kept in the group for a while. But we're going to remove it pretty quickly because we just don't want it like lost or get buried by other things. So if you like the lives, and he says you're going to love this one, and you're going to want to replay it, and you're going to want to reconnect with your archangels, because every time you do it, you go deeper. Every time you do it, you can call Alan in, and he will take you deeper. And so, because this is a journey, it's not a one-time thing where you just go open up to your archangel self or activate your third eye or what have you, and you're done. He's laughing. He goes, it's not a done thing. He says some of you have been on a spiritual path for quite a while, taken a lot of classes, done a lot of exercises, whatever, meditations, what have you. He says, but now is different. And he says, don't get complacent in thinking like, well, I've tried everything, you know, I don't know if I need this. Some of you don't. And he says, and that's true. He's saying, though, that he's showing me 85% of you do need this. And some of you don't know it, and that's cool. Like if you're not ready, that's fine. We're not trying to push this down your throat. We don't want anybody in the academy who is questioning it or doesn't feel right. If you don't feel right about it, please don't join. Like, please don't. It may not be time. It may not be for you. But if you feel called to, then, you know, go ahead. Like, go ahead. The other thing that because he and I were, he says, don't go too much into this because this is about the academy. But I do want to close with this thing, and then we'll go to meditation. Because he and I talked about the pricing for the membership, and we wanted to make it reasonable, but we also, it's really a double-edged sword. Because if you because I've seen this with other spiritual teachers and other businesses across the board. Okay, if you make something too inexpensive, you actually lose people, because you have to have a little bit of investment in something and a little skin of the game, or you don't do it. And I know somebody who has a membership and priced it low, and I told this person, don't do that. You're going to do a disservice to the people in your membership, because some of them will just throw away that it's not a lot of money, and they'll just like ignore it because they didn't invest anything. We're not talking about spending a lot of money. We're just saying more than $10 a month. And sure enough, people in this person's group are bailing, even though the content is phenomenal. And I've seen this in so many courses and memberships. The content, because I can see it, like, is amazing, but because they're attracting just people who are bargain shopping or maybe have a poverty consciousness, and they don't really want to get into it. So you're not helping anybody when you do that. So So we did a bit of back and forth, and what you're going to see that what we're charging as a fee is not really not a lot. And that said, Alan, because Alan he wanted to make it way lower, and I said, I don't think that doesn't feel right either. And he goes, oh yeah, okay, but so we reached a compromise. So here's the compromise. This is just for this group. This is just for this launch of the members. May not happen again. I don't know. It could. But for this one, if anybody in this group has any financial issues but they want to be in the academy, you can write to us and explain your situation, and we will consider giving you a scholarship. Okay, he says for a year, it could even be indefinite. Okay, so that's our way of kind of balancing things. So the people who can't afford the monthly or yearly or whatever you want to pay, or even the lifetime membership, can do that. And the people who are struggling, but they're very committed, they're very interested, because that's the thing. Because I've seen this too. I don't want people to just come in because they want it for nothing, and then they don't do anything with it. It's because it's just a waste of their time. So we want you to join if you really feel motivated and you feel we can help you, and we will help you, because we're going to give it our all, and especially this guy who's going to be there with you 24/7. And nobody else offers this. I know that for a fact. And if anybody knows any different, please let me know. But I don't think anybody out there is coaching and teaching and healing people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Alan is here to do that. I think if you listen to the yesterday's live, Swati, she reminded me of the past life regression that she did on Alan. I kind of forgot. But this life, meaning the life he's having in heaven and with me here, this human angel experience, this was the life that he was to work hard at, not the life that he had when he was in the body, when he was just with me. That time he's been on vacation. Now he's fully in work mode. And even when I was teasing him about being bored, when I was talking to Swati, I was teasing, and she said, "Oh no, you said that," and he's really upset. She saw him like getting a book, like not a real book, right? But a book, and like hitting it on my head. She goes, "He's hitting you on the head with a book." He doesn't look at me, and I said, "Okay, I'm sorry. You're not bored." He says, "I'm working really hard. What are you talking about?" So this is like totally unique thing. He wanted to give you guys a deal that you couldn't say no to, but he was concerned about anybody who was struggling financially. And again, the fee, when you'll see it at the end, I think we believe you'll be happy. And if somebody is really struggling, please just send me a message, private message or email, what have you. We will take care of you. We're going to take care of everybody that's in this group, because we love you and because you've been with us from the beginning. It's just that we can't afford to give it away everybody for free, because I live in Hawaii. It's kind of expensive here, and that's not your problem, but that's just the reality. We all have to pay our rent, all our bills, and so we can't just give that away. But we feel you'll be happy, and we did reach a compromise that we're both pleased with. Okay, he says it was a good compromise. He was really happy with it. All right, so let's get to the meditation. Again, if you joined us late, we're going to do Alan's going to do a meditation to connect you with your Archangel self, which you do have, because you're everything. You're a fairy in one dimension, you're an angel in another, you're an archangel, you name it. You have all these different aspects of yourself that are happening right now. So I'd like you to get relaxed, close your eyes. Okay, we're going to, well, he says he's already working on some of you. And he's showing me kind of taking baggage off of some of you. Let's get this baggage out of here. So just relax. Take a deep breath in. And exhale and release any and all stress, any and all non-beneficial energies that don't belong to you. Let go of any worries, any concerns. Especially let go of energies that belong to other people. Let it all go now. Take another deep breath in. And imagine you're breathing in light. And as you exhale, imagine the light begins to flood your body. And with each breath you take, you're bringing in more light, and more light is spreading through your body. And as you do that, as you continue to breathe, you can also call in God's love. Helen would say heaven's love. It's all God. But bringing in that love, that light above your head, going down into your crown, down, filling your head, down your throat, filling your chest, and it's blending with the light that you've been generating. The light you've been generating is your own love, which is just as powerful, just as divine, just as perfect as God's love, because you are God. So just keep breathing and blending God's love. Feel this love mixing and going down into every organ and cell of your body. We're commanding this light to heal you, to upgrade you, to rejuvenate you, to help you release whatever you can release easily without any physical, mental, or emotional discomfort. Okay, we don't want anyone experiencing anything challenging. We're going to intend that this is easy and yet very deep. Okay, and as this process continues, we're calling in your spirit team to be more present, asking your angels to wrap their wings around you, to assist you in this meditation. Because yes, we're really calling in the angels. Right. Now your spirit team steps back a little bit. And Alan would like you to see, feel, or imagine that you have your own pair of angel wings on your back. And he's going to help you spread your wings. Open them up. You might feel them spreading. That's fine. And just if you're having difficulty with this, just imagine. Just pretend. Pretend that you see, feel, or imagine your angel wings attached to your back, around where your shoulder blades are. Okay. Alan says this is easy. He says he's activating your memory of being an archangel. He says because everyone has been or is one right now actively being an archangel, either one or the other. So he's activating your memory, bringing it to the surface. Don't worry if you can't seem to recall it. It's okay. You do this again later, you may recall it, or you may start getting fragments of that memory. But he's bringing that up for you, bringing it into your awareness. And some of you might find that you stand a little taller and straighter as your wings, this is kind of activate, or start feeling them. And Alan's saying, remember, this is your angelic power. You are connected to this realm. We're all connected to the angelic realm. All this nonsense about angels not incarnating, he says, is a load of hooey. It's completely untrue. But let the people who believe that, it's okay. because you are everything. If you are God, that means you are everything, including an archangel. Because isn't God everything? Yeah. So how could you not be an archangel and a fairy and an elemental? But for this meditation, really connecting you with your archangel self. Really feel that part of you coming forward, becoming more present, especially in your heart and in your consciousness. And he says your consciousness is throughout your body. It's not in one place. It's not just in your head or your mind. It's all of you. So really activating that sense of your archangel, he says, higher self. And remember, angels take themselves lightly. That's why they can fly. That's why they have a sense of humor. So we're going to activate that within you, because some of you have been living your life with such seriousness. And we know that you have challenges and burdens that weigh you down. And so it does make you take life very serious. But at least from time to time, we'd like you to open up to the angels and ask them to lighten you up and let you be more lighthearted, a little more humorous, to see the humor in life. Alan says, it is only life. And you're immortal. So whatever you're going through, it all works out in the end. That's a secret they don't tell you. Everything always works out in the end. It has to. There are no sad endings. There are only happy endings. Right now you're living through maybe a sad, not ending, a sad middle part of your journey. But things can always get better. They can get better in an instant. We've seen that happen. Take a breath in and really hold this intention, if you choose to embody your archangel self in this life. All right? So you can carry that knowing with you throughout your day. And now this is so it can be a guiding force in your life, because you're really here to guide yourself. That's the secret. Your guides, your angels, ascended masters, they're helping all of us to do that. But the goal is for you to understand that you don't need any of them. You don't need us. You have it within yourself. And it's fine and it's perfect and wonderful that we all help each other. But it's for you to keep that in mind, that you really don't need anybody. You just enjoy, like Alan does, collaborating. Like he enjoys collaborating with Archangel Michael because they're best friends, like forever. And he wants to collaborate with me. But he doesn't. Does he need to? No. Do you need to really have your guides and angels? Not really. But in the beginning, it can help, especially if you're struggling with remembering who you really are. And that's what we're here to activate for you. This knowing of your true self, your archangel self, your soul, higher self. Kind of can say they're really all related. So just soak in this archangel energy that Ellen's brought into you. Let it permeate all of your being. If you're in agreement, he's going to use this energy to upgrade your systems, because some of you are ultra sensitive and your archangel self can help you manage that. That's what he's showing me. So he's saying he's kind of working on he's saying circuitry, your physical circuitry, and infusing it with the archangel. He says archangel consciousness, which is going to upgrade your system so that you're on a physical level, you'll be able to handle the ascension energies that are coming in. They're hitting all of us really heavily right now. Okay. And this is just wave upon wave. So we'll need to do this periodically, he says. You can't just do this once and be done. This needing to upgrade and kind of he's saying adjust our physical bodies is a process that is going to be ongoing for many years for those of you who are light workers. This is not a done one time thing. It's not even a done 10 times thing. He says it needs to be done like on a regular basis, almost like, okay, not quite, but he's showing me almost like getting your teeth cleaned, although it has to be more often than that. So more like maybe every couple months or something. So it's like spiritual hygiene. That's how he's explaining. So take another deep breath in, hold that, and set that intention to integrate your Archangel self into your mind, body, and spirit and release. As you exhale, the energy is kind of winding down now. I can feel it. But Alan's still working on several of you. Those of you who are ultra sensitive, he's really working on you. And remember, you can call on him later at any time if you're struggling or you need something, whether it's this or anything else. All right, now we're going to bring you back into your body, ground you to the earth. See your grounding cords, whether it's at the base of your spine or your 2 feet, whether it's a rope or a chain or roots, like a tree. Just ground using your attention to the earth. Bring that earth energy up into your body, up through your feet or up through the base of your spine. Fill your body up with this wonderful healing, grounding earth energy. Let that energy fill you up to the top of your head. Let the earth energy spill out through your skin, into your aura. It's beautiful energy. Just let it fill you up completely. And at the same time, we're going to reach up into the heavens and call in some cosmic energy that is what you need today to anchor your Archangel self into this reality. So just using your intention, just imagine you're reaching out through with your mind and bringing in this cosmic energy through the top of your head and letting it cascade down your body, filling your head, your chest, your arms, down your stomach, your pelvis, your groin, your thighs, your legs, all the way down to your feet. And let this cosmic energy and earth energy mix really well. Really mix. It's going to be a unique blend for you. And this energy, Alan says, has been blessed. And this energy is now activated to run your system at the highest level that it can be run right now. And he says if you do this exercise in the future, you'll go to the next level.